Alright, we are taking challenges. Welcome everybody. Sorry we're a little bit late to start today. Hey Sabat, Mr. Coffee. My man. We're taking challenges 7 plus 5. Fast Friday. Alright, Fast Friday. Revealing Master Secrets. Master Secrets revealed. I just need to keep getting, like, clickbait titles. Get more viewers. Wow. Exclamation point. It's like Uber lag. Alright, remember, the first rule of real estate is always enter the market at the worst possible time. Same with Bitcoin, sell low, buy high. Alright, what's up everybody? We have one viewer. We're setting a record. Mr. Coffee, we're live. What's up guys? Good morning. My ping is 48, but my computer doesn't like to go very fast. Alright, Merry Christmas. Christmas coming up in 2 weeks. I got 9 plus 14 is 23, so 2 weeks and 2 days from Christmas. Xmas. What are we going to do? Challenge me. There's Husky. Oof, no warm-up game. $11:38. We have 2 hours. 2 hours, sire. Ugh. Ugh. Alright. It's enough. I've had it with this knight f3. I used this against Schieberspieler. h6 e4. A principled response. Principled retort. You're playing e4. The Caro Khan. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Welcome. I'm playing the Burmakin variation. Are you Burmaking me? Oh no. Interesting. Wow, Castle's Kingside has been called. Unbelievable. Hyper aggressive. So, what's up with Husky? Rookie 1. Yeah, knight f5 can be annoying, right? At times. We try to make h6 work. Rook takes e6. Oh, he has rook takes e6. Look out. Rook takes e6. Pawn. He's thinking about it. Rook e6, pawn e6. Acerbate, would you do it? You guys are so addicted to bullet chess. I thought we could get him out of book with h6. He just took this in stride. He played e4. So how's the h6 Sicilian, by the way? It stops bishop g5. Isn't this an exciting variation? I mean, castle's kingside against the Caro-Kann. Okay, Husky plays the Caro-Kann as well. So I guess he respects the Caro-Kann. Knight on bd7. It's possible to play c5, I guess. But it's not necessary. Possible, but not necessary. Black trying to handicap himself. I'm already handicapped. I don't need to be handicapping myself. I'm naturally handicapped. Husky is playing, wild and crazy chess here. Me too. Sorry guys, I was late. I was in a meeting. Welcome to Friday. Woke up early, I couldn't go back to sleep. Hate when that happens. I want to sleep, why can't I sleep? Alright, so now, knight takes e5, pawn e5, and he'll get on the 7th rank. What else is new? The crushing knight f7. Welcome everybody. Revealing master secrets. You saw my first secret. Knight f3 h6 against knight g5. I think I got this from Hikaru. I noticed his having played h6 in the opening explorer. It works in the Caro-Kann, as Mr. Coffey pointed out. Not that bad. And we're happy to see this. Knight takes. Knight takes, pawn takes, rook d8. Wow. Husky's very mathematical. It's a mathematical style of play. Very correct. Queen f3 is geometrically dominating knight on f6. Alright, so the point was, or is, or will be, soon revealed. Knight d7, queen g4. Knight d7, queen g4. Or knight h7. Unlike knight h7, knight d7 actually puts pressure on the black. Oh, excuse me, that's the other player. The white center. Hey, Astrobate. Last time I decorated the tree was 2014. Damn. Mr. Coffee, that's depressing. Where is Liver King? Asper, what are you talking about? Alright guys, let's focus on chess here. Chess and charismas. Liver King and his steroids. Aspirate as usual. What are you talking about? So Queen G4, Knight takes C5 doesn't work. That's good to know. Queen G4, Knight takes C5. It does work. No, it doesn't. It doesn't work. Good. Oh, that's subtle. Wow, Knight H5. Super subtle. What else am I going to do? He's relentless. High energy Christmas tree. I had some foie gras the other day. Goose liver. Oh God. Rook d6. Do I want to know? Rook d6, man. Wow. Okay. You're really committed to that. Too much bullet chess. How much bullet chess does Husky actually play? 7,500 bullet, 1,600 blitz, and 123 rapid. So that tells you, first off, you have a bullet addiction if 3/4 of your games are bullet. Bishop takes h6 was just played. Squeeze me? What the hell is going on here? You definitely need, you need to be more aggressive. That's the problem. What? All right. Rook takes d6. Sack the exchange with pawn takes b4. You thought e takes f was promising. E takes f5? Sorry? Mr. Coffee thought e takes f5 was promising. When was there something on f5? Oh, bishop takes f6. Oh, e takes f6. Oh, e takes f6. Right. Knight h8. So what happens if, like, rook e7? Rook e7, rook e7, knight e7, pawn takes b4. I could even play that. All or nothing chess. Not my cup of tea. I try to play correctly, but he's like gambling. No, I mean, the idea of sacking a rook with rook d6 is classic. But I still think that he's gone overboard. You know, there's no reason to be so you know, committal. I mean, but it's interesting. H4, okay. I had an idea. H4, H5. It's probably not a bad idea. Oh, yeah, let's do it. Oh my god, it's like auto move. Yeah, too much bullet chess. I agree. Pawn takes. What am I doing again? Knight h8? Knight h8. Queen c2 is another possibility. Wow. Yep. Interesting game. Well, he was never winning until the last move of the game. Oh my god. 0 inaccuracies by white. 0 inaccuracies. 0 mistakes. Dude, I never had a lost position until the last move of the game, and you're blaming the opening for the fact that I lost. Check it out. Tabias, so h6 no more? Suggest h3. I literally never had a lost position. I was never seriously worse until the move when I resigned, when I blundered. But you're blaming my opening for the fact that I lost. So he just did this. Rook d6. Are you serious? Knight takes g7 is a candidate move. Knight takes g7. Now that's more. That was in the top move list by white. No, you need to play more bullet, Husky. I think that's the problem. Definitely. Just humiliate me. It's no problem. Rook d6 is not even a consideration here by the computer. I have a huge position. Why does it? I mean, how deep is this move? The computer doesn't like rook d6 and then comes up with it, or then it like thinks white is. It thinks rook d6 is brilliant. What is that sort of valuation of 0.6? That's what I don't get. Where is that coming from? So rook d6 is like an alpha 0 move. Bishop takes h6. Also, alpha 0. These are all unbelievable moves by white, and still he's not winning. I mean, queen takes f6, seriously? I could have played rook e7 and drawn, which I mentioned. I'm just trying to win here, you know, h4. So you played like perfect moves, and it's still a draw. h5 is a mistake. I should have just taken on a3. But what's the point with queen takes a3? How do I handle h5? I play like knight h8? h5 is actually my best move. This is a weird game. So what's his blunder? His blunder is what? Knight h5 is the only blunder. That's a weird game. Hey, it's Miro. No, I don't think you played like a maniac. Too deep for me, man. It was only a draw, though. I just didn't see the idea of h6 until 10 moves ago, when I saw it earlier. And then I forgot about it. Alright, my untested variation. F6 is just totally too crazy. Although that's apparently playable. We gotta get our piece back. Peace be with you. It's good to miss like the threat I've made in one. I'm not playing people who are capable of playing 0 inaccuracy games at 11 o'clock in the morning anymore. Hey, Smear, you better make some inaccuracies, or I'm not going to play you anymore. In 7+5 time control, we better have some inaccuracies. I'm just saying. Especially if it's in the morning like this. Wow, this is an actual variation. Pawn takes d3, rook e1 check, bishop e7. Oh yeah, it's like, it's not morning for... It's better to play Mira because it's not morning for him. It's evening. Wow, I didn't know this was a variation. Princess Chess. Good to see you. You guys see those secrets revealed in game 1? H6 on move 1, losing by force. Homework variation. Can I play f6 here? There'll probably be a sacrifice on f6 or something. You can play f6, but I think the better question is like, should you play f6? And the answer is probably no. I should rephrase the question, should I play f6? I know that I can play f6. How many times do I have to tell you guys? I know queen f5 is an idea around here. And I know, personally, Hayes Miro loves treating queens. And he loves endgames more than anything. Alright. Do the combination. F6 is a good move in many respects. You guys just know I hate Ben Feingold concepts, right? Tournament? We need you for tourney. Oh, the ladies' prize. Now offering ladies' prizes. It's ladies' night. Free drinks. Yeah, he avoided trading queens here. Okay. Okay, okay. Fine. Is my queen trapped yet? It's close. Getting nervous. Man, Hayes Miro is... He's strategically got control of the dark squares. My king is in the center. How did this happen? Why does Wade have such a good position? I was reluctant to play f6. This is bullshit, man. I'm gonna lose 2 games in a row. He's strong and fast. It's a financial concept. The dial would be great. It's a weird name. Alright, Sumaher. When you think of the dial, what do you think of? I think of like the old TV consoles. I think of old like 80s TV consoles, 70s TV consoles with that literally had that like dial that you would turn to change the channel. The dial. Dialing for dollars. This is such a good position. How did this happen for me? How did this happen? How did you get this? What is this move? Bishop g5 castles? And why am I worse here? Honestly, I probably should have castled. It was safer to just castle. The hotline. You think about the old telephone with the wheels and circle for the numbers? Yeah, I was watching Chernobyl last night, and they had those like old telephones. I was somewhere else recently. Oh, at the hotel in Italy. They had the old rotary dial telephones in the lobby floor for some reason. For like dialing down to the lobby. They had like rotary style phones. Bishop to h4. What the world kind of moves that? No, seriously, what is bishop to h4? That's a strange move, right? Like, someone just assure me. This is a strange move. Remote dial. He's gonna come up with some kind of insanely strange idea now. Old wheels and circle. Yeah, I've never heard that before. Are you sure you're not an alien or something? That's what they call it when you have a road. I guess it's Sweden, Mr. Coffee. They don't call it a rotary when you go around like the circle in traffic circles. They call it wheel and circle. Alright. Now I think he like lost his mojo here a little bit. I can castle either side. But against this guy, I think castle's kingside is definitely the safest bet. Against this particular opponent. The majority of his pieces are more on the queen side. I still want to play f6. I'll never stop regretting not playing f6. I'll never stop regretting it. That was a serious mistake earlier. It's never too late. G4. I'm really going to get in trouble now. And this is just asking for it. You got to be out of your mind to play that. I'd rather lose a pawn. Oops, I lost the pawn. He doesn't even take it. I miss the old days of playing interesting games. Every game I play with the Petrov becomes the exchange French. Somehow it doesn't matter. Even the most aggressive players end up playing the white side of the exchange French against me. How do we get such a boring position? He could have taken that pawn, you know. I mean, I assume there's some compensation for me, but it was definitely in the offing. Now bishop d7. The excitement is like, it's mounting, you know. Yes, we could see a possible bishop d7. Isn't that amazing? Bishop d7. Sorry for the boring game, guys. I tried to play something interesting, and so did Hayesmere, but we just kind of ended up here. He's dropping his d-pawn. God, I love blunders. You know? Yes, it's early in Alaska. He just like dropped his central pawn. I might play h6 in this game as well. And never play f6. I think that Hayesmere just made it inaccuracy. The first inaccuracy played against me today. Become an exchange French. It is an exchange French. I guess the Petrov is inherently an exchange French, right? Like the e-pawns just disappear. Clippy, notice you're trying to play an interesting game. Clippy. Yeah, I miss some prank calls on the landline. I've mentioned that before. When I was a kid, we used to do that once in a while. Good old-fashioned landline prank calls. Secrets revealed. Hey, Spirit, did you need that central pawn for anything? So what did he do wrong? Well, first of all, he didn't take the free pawn here. Secondly, I think he was depressed by the equalness of the position and decided to just hang his central pawn. Preparing bishop d7 again. Oh no. What's the best move for black here? The spoilers. So that's why you should never play f6 when you can play h6. And that's the delayed h6. And now the end game. Wise man, not to trade rooks. He's trying to attack my center. Oh, he had knight c4 check there. I'm not sure if that did anything. Speaking of knight c4 check. Maybe it's still good. c4. He's not at his sharpest today. Man, it's ugly. Rook takes, pawn takes, pawn takes. This is too fancy, I know. I just couldn't resist. I'm giving him a chance to save the game. That's very generous of me to say, isn't it? Really gave him a chance there. All right. 1 inaccuracy. Did you make 2 inaccuracies? The opening was good. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Alright, so I wasn't prepared for this very obvious move. Why? Why? I don't understand. So I'm supposed to take on f3? No. I'm supposed to play f6 first. I forgot. Shit. I don't know, guys. Do you think we should play f6 first? This needs to be analyzed. Man, my instinct said take the bishop. It's a bishop. I don't like e takes f3 for sure. It's either f6 or pawn takes bishop. Oh man, novelty h6. h6. In honor of our first game. It is possible. f6 was played. By Murray. It looks like it's actually black's best move. So who's criticizing Ben Feingold now? Alright, pawn takes pawn. Check. This is totally new. Wow, knight e7. No way. There's no way I'm playing knight e7 and undeveloping here. So here's the big question. Should I play f6? Castles? Not what I did. Tobias, are you really serious? It's like the only Ben Feingold meme. The fact that he says, like, you're never supposed to play f6. Are you sure you know who Ben Feingold is? Queen f5 is the really bad move. Wow. Never assume your opponent's going to trade queens. That was my mistake. Yeah, but bishop h4 was weird. So he ends up making 3 inaccuracies, 2 blunders and 1 mistake. Sumaher! Yeah, that's the meme. That's our Ben Feingold meme. My meme is that Queen A5 is always bad. So, we all have our generalizations that we follow, right? Even good, master strength players. To blindly follow certain rules. We feel like being creative. Sumair, are you okay? Are you sure that's someone else playing on your account? Mr. Slow. Yesterday we featured a game from Mr. Slow on the stream with knight c6. But only later. He's preventing, I think this is a strategy to prevent me from fianchettoing my queenside bishop. Or something like that. It's nice to get a break from the h3 King's Indian. Oh, yeah. It's almost as bad as the London. Yeah, this is rough. Yeah, I can just do random stuff. I like a5. The rook a6 is a little bit weird. I don't see it really going anywhere here. I stopped playing, a5 rook a6 on move 1 and 2 pretty early on in my chess career. They were doing that in junior high school, the random noobs who came to chess club for the first time. Very popular maneuver, Tabias. Usually played on move 1 and move 2, the a5 rook a6, and then you transfer it over here. Exactly. Advanced strategy. So what's up with bishop g5? Is that a constructive move for white? Or a destructive move? Unusual, I think, in the fianchetto type formation. Look, just because I played knight f3, h6 in the first game doesn't mean I want to play some ridiculous moves every game. That's not that stupid. How bad can knight f3, h6 be, objectively? How bad can it be? It's a London with g3, bishop g2. It's a fianchetto London. King's London attack. Oh man, I like this. Heading for knight b5. Watch out, all hands on deck. He's trying to play knight b5. That's a serious problem. I guess I could play e4. Fun. What does chess have to do with fun? Any connection between chess and fun is purely coincidental. Cat of London. Cat of Nine Tails. We'll have to use that for a stream title at some point. I like that one. Inadvertently playing the London. I mean, white setup is really dubious. As far as like the pieces, you know, placement goes. Piece placement even. The pieces placement. Pieces parts. It's an old chicken joke. Oh no. I agree, man. People talk about the weirdest stuff here, and I totally contribute to it, Princess Chess. I just go with the flow. I admit to contributing to the problem. What about the awful knight b6? Like we have a contest to see whose knight is more awful. Knight b6, c4. Horrifying. Okay. I'm just gonna make a move. We made a move. I wasted too much time. Princess Chess, I agree. The strangest things here, and I can't explain them. You feel like the black position is kind of suffocating. Would you try maybe turning the board around and looking at it from white's side? I don't think that, you know, either side is more suffocated than the other here objectively. I hear people a lot of times they complain like, oh, I don't feel like I have any moves, and I look at the board and like they have more space than the opponent. Sometimes you think that and you just like, okay, you need to turn the board around and be realistic. You know, white has a knight on a3 and a bishop on d2 and a queen on c2. And he has nothing past the third rank. And you're saying that black is suffocating? I don't know, man. I find that hard to agree with. Chess is just hard. I think that's the bottom line. Chess is hard and then you die. I think you just like complaining about stuff. Me too. I fully enjoy. I fully enjoy complaining. Queen c1 is on the way. b5. I don't like c6 at all. c6 is horrible, but this might or might not involve a miscalculation. No, I definitely think like c6 is... This is dubious, perhaps, but c6 was like out of the question. You would weaken these squares irreparably. If you play c6 there. I don't dig that, you know, knight coming into those squares, dude. That's really bad. Bad news. So I got free material. And I killed his knight. Now it's just a matter of quality versus quantity. E2's hanging as well. I like it. Yeah, this doesn't look good for white. He might be able to survive. Kind of doubt it. There's a fork. I'm winning the exchange. He just prevented both of those threats, but not this one. Sumaher was in unfamiliar territory, playing a new style of opening. Now that's the way I like my opponents to play. No, lots of inaccuracies, things they don't know. Here comes the bullet chest. Ooh, I'm really in a grumpy mood today. Sorry, guys. I woke up on the wrong side of the bed again. And girls. Now A3. It's not Weird Openings Wednesday. I just played H6 on the first move. I don't have to play Weird Openings to have a yes. This is not Wednesday. We're going to try to play normal openings. You mean... A3 was played by Adolf Anderson. I agree. Miles played A6, but A3 is Michael Basman. And somebody named Adolf Anderson back in the 1800s. But I'm sure that Basman and Miles influenced each other. No, Prem, we're not talking about Ulf Anderson. Jesus Christ. The other Anderson from like 100 years before. The one who played Paul Morphy in a match where he played A3. And Morphy, black. The old Anderson. They're not spelled the same either. You guys need some chess history. Need some chess history lessons. Man, I like this setup with G3. I'm totally into it. My king is completely safe. I'm just gonna stop reading the chat. Mr. Coffee, warn me if something important is in the chat. Knight A3. Pawn takes D. Pawn takes D. Pawn takes D. Let's do it. Yeah. Click to highlight my message. Knight takes. Too distracting to pay attention to all the random comments in the chat. I do that too much. Okay. I don't focus on the chessboard enough and these random comments. I want to answer like every random comment. Black has used 10 seconds for the whole game. Very impressive time management by my opponent. Highly recommend not using any of your time. It's a very good idea. Also, if you want to be, really good at rapid chess, just play bullet all the time. And when you do play rapid, make sure to only use like less than 60 seconds for the whole game. It's the optimal way to be. I also don't recommend thinking, because thinking is hard, and it totally requires a waste of a lot of your energy, Thinking is just like massively overrated. The problem is I wanna develop my knight, but I don't wanna like trade off this knight because I don't want to trade pieces in general, first of all. Let's do this Starua. Sounds like a dance. But I like this rook c1, man. Oh, he played that. That was a tough one. He found that. Now, which way did he go? Knight takes. Putting up my bishop. Maybe. I only have a very slight edge here. I'm not sure. I mean, objectively, queen takes might be a better move. Mm-hmm. Speaking of b5, yeah, I'm thinking I messed up. This didn't really do anything. Knight c3, knight c3. It looks like black is pretty much very close to being equal here with the symmetrical structure. Why do you not use your time until you have a lost position? How does that make sense? Start using your time once you have a lost position. And I told him, and I tell him, and I tell him, and they don't listen. It doesn't matter. They just don't listen. I think they don't listen to the stream. They just challenge me. They have the sound turned off, and I'm just like talking to the wall. That must be the explanation. All this time I've been thinking that like my opponents like listen to what I'm saying, but chances are they don't. It's a really bad assumption on my part. You like symmetrical pawn structures? Well, I mean, it's different things, different people, World Loser. For you, it's entertainment. For a lot of people, it's entertainment. But for some people, it's like, they're taking a class. I mean, chess is different things, different people too. You know, I'm too serious, but that's your perspective. You know, my perspective is different. I'm telling you, like I just said 5-10 minutes ago, any connection between chess and fun is like purely coincidental. I'm serious. Like, we can have fun and we can play chess, but they shouldn't really be connected. That's my philosophy. We all have different viewpoints, you know. Just keep that in mind. Sometimes we all forget. Whatever we're talking about, politics, life, arts, chess, whatever, sports. Sometimes me as much as anybody else, I absolutely lose perspective and forget, like, you know, chess is just fun for some people. But that's not my perspective. It's taken over my whole life, you know. I hate chess, but you keep coming back. See? Bill 2WK just subscribed to tier 1. 18 months. Exactly. So now he's threatening to pin my knight to my queen. Although it's not devastating. I could always play like knight b3. I'm having fantasies about some kind of, I don't know. He wants to trade knights, probably. Alright, get me out of here. Get me off the line. I'm not sure if I love chess, but I'm addicted to the competition. See, that's the thing. Like, for you, it's like the competition. For another person, it's the art. For World Loser, it's just fun. You know, I mean, chess is different things to different people. And I guess we all have to remember that at the end of the day. You know, what you get out of it is different from what someone else gets out of it. Yeah, I seem too serious, and maybe I am for you, but for some people, maybe I'm not serious enough. Some people are like deadly serious about chess. They would like kill their opponents if they had to. I joke about. I like to have fun, but I joke about. Fun is overrated. What are we gonna do? No, I mean, I'm serious about fun being overrated. That we're serious about. In Rook B8, I'm playing Leko. Leko-like. I don't know what I'm even thinking about here. Let's go. Triple-otomy. Rook G5. Raise your hand if you would have played Rook G5. Tell me, guys. I don't like B5. I think that's committal, but could it be a good move? Could be. Man, I want to play Rook C7. Do you have a problem? Oh, there's knight d5. Knight d5 takes. Queen takes. Rook takes c8. Queen takes c8, and he draws. Oh my god. So I can't do it. Alright. Wow. Alright. I'm going to play this a little differently. You're almost GM. GM to like weak c6 squares. I don't like any weak squares. I don't discriminate. Against any particular, color of squares or people. All squares are equal. Yeah. No, b6 I thought was better, ironically. But maybe it didn't really matter, Well, b6 attacks my rook. I still would have played rook c7. It's still weak in c6. So it's not so easy. Prioritize. That's just semantics. Porcupine. Wow. Rook on c7. Bishop d7, queen d6. Feeling like I missed something. There's got to be something here. Chop, chop, chop. Chop, chop. Chop, chop, chop. Chop, 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 chop. Oh my god, what a move. What a move. Rook c8. Jeez. Unbelievable. I can't believe us Black's surviving this with a minute left on the clock. Oh, that's subtle. Wow. Black survived this. Oh my god. Wow. Check this game out. Free rook. I had a free rook. Are you kidding me? He gave me the free rook. Oh my god. That was the whole reason why I went to c6, and then he thought for like... No, but he has queen e7 and he didn't play it. Like, why didn't he play queen e7? He thinks for like a minute here, the longest he thought on any move. That's crazy. That's the longest he thought on a single move. No, I mean, the whole point I went to queen c6 was because I was on his rook. And then he just like randomly plays queen g5. This is insane. I mean, it's insane. It's totally insane. It just like maybe malfunction. I just trusted him. Wow. I'm just lost after queen d6. That's crazy. I had 11 seconds left and I freaked out. I mean, I don't understand. How does he not find queen e7 here after thinking for like half an hour? Threatening queen e4. I was terrified of queen e7. I couldn't find a good move. How did this even happen, you know? Check this defense out. How does he defend this position? It's embarrassing. That was a lie. I could have just taken on e5. It's all based on moves that don't work. I was winning completely. This is double question mark. So I ended up losing because of the time. It's horrible. I'm not even gonna say anything about it anymore with that guy. He doesn't listen to me. It's like ridiculous. All right. Not the King's Indian. Here I am, 4 a.m. watching my stream. Yeah, what did I play last time? This? I thought we had one of these. I'm sure there's someone from like this century that plays the four pawns attack. It's not bad. I was at the World Senior. Anatoly Weiser used to play it all the time. There's nothing wrong with the four pawns attack. I mean, it's fully playable. It's probably not the best variation, but it's playable. And I think that people they probably don't study it enough for black. To be honest. Because it's not faced that often. Anything that becomes like, any opening variation that becomes like unpopular, I think is a good choice. Things that are not trendy are the perfect thing to play, you know? So I try to play like anti-trendy stuff. Try to be untrendy, and therefore people like won't be up to date on what you're playing. You know, the Bishop G5 Nimzo, like the Leningrad, who plays the Leningrad Nimzo? You know, Probably like the least popular. Speaking of Gligorich, did Gligorich ever play Kasparov? Probably. I don't know. I would assume he did. Maybe, but it's not for sure. Not guaranteed that Gligorich ever played Kasparov when he was younger. But I would imagine they overlapped. At the end of Gligorich's career, he might have played Kasparov. Man, I just can't calculate in the morning. I literally play queen c6 to attack the guy's rook, and he just moves his queen away after thinking for a minute. And I don't take it, because I believed him. I had 11 seconds left, and he played a move that surprised me. I was like, oh my god, you can play queen g5? Who would, like, hang their rook with check with 3 minutes more than me, you know? Seriously, who has, like, 3 minutes more, thinks for a minute, and then hangs their rook with check? And you're sitting there with 11 seconds. Like, I'm assuming he's not hanging a rook with check. But, you know, my mistake. Bishop g4. Poor Cupine. It's never too late to subscribe. But, no, Fridays I just take the challenges in order. I should change the stream title to Master Hangs Pieces. Bishop takes f3. Unprovoked exchange. Sometimes white takes with the pawn here. Built 2WK just gifted a tier 1 sub to Porcupine. Porcupine I think was a subscriber. Alright, I'll take with the queen. This very well might be a mistake. Very well. I end up like losing a tempo anyway. So if I play queen e2, can you play knight to g4? Is that for reals? So I have to play rook b1? I really didn't want to do that. Thank you, Bill. Very generous. Now I was thinking rook b1. Not optimal. It's basically a Marazzi. Bishop f3 unprovoked. It's possible gf is just better. My king is perfectly safe after g takes f. Chess sucks the life away from people. Another positive viewer here. Where's our current position? Okay. Positivity reigns. Positively positive. Chess isn't the only thing that sucks the life away from people. Why blame chess? There's a lot of things like that you could single out, probably. How's that queen doing? You have a lot of squares? There's millions of quotes about how chess is a waste of time and whatever. But at the end of the days, I mean, aren't most things a waste of time? I mean, yeah, he would have been a mediocre football player. Yeah, that queen seems strange on b4. But he has queen a5 and out. You know, he has a5. I guess if I could play queen f2 and bishop b6, you know, it would be trapped. If I play a3, he has c2. I mean b3 as well. The other c2. c3 po. He can't ever play knight d7 because I just play knight to d5, which is probably pretty strong. Tabius asks himself questions and then answers them. You ask your own questions on the stream and then you answer your own questions. It's very interesting. Ask and answer. Okay, king h1, queen a5. He wants to get a rise out of me somehow. Dude, it's like, do you realize how stupid that question is? Like, what are we talking about? Are you talking about a specific variation of poker? And I don't even play heads-up poker, so it's really kind of weird. It's like a weird question. Poker is not like a one-on-one game unless you're like a specialist in playing heads-up poker. It's a very strange question that doesn't really make a lot of sense. If you're asking like, would Bill beat like Magnus in backgammon or something, like it might make a lot more sense, you know, to be honest. I think you need to like specifically ask something that makes sense. All right. G4. Kicking him back. I guess H3. I don't know, man. I mean, I devoted like 10 years of my life to poker. I think it's kind of a weird question. I didn't know Magnus was like a professional poker player. Here we go with the trying to troll Bill thing. But I guess Magnus is such a genius, he can just be like, you know, world class and everything. He has a lot of money, so he can play poker because he has a lot of money, but it doesn't make him a good player necessarily. I don't know how much he's actually studied the game. I've spent like hundreds of hours studying poker and played probably, you know, tens of thousands of hours or close to that. Massive amounts of tournaments. I have like zillions and zillions more hours of experience playing poker than Magnus, but you know, if you want to believe that Magnus is a better poker player than me, then I'm sure you're going to believe it, you know. It's also like Hikaru plays poker, but I think if you don't put the time in, I mean, maybe Magnus is such a genius that it doesn't matter, you know, that he doesn't have the experience that I do. I mean, it's possible. I was under the impression that he's so good at chess because of his natural, like, geometric kind of pattern recognizing ability, but I don't know for sure. That's what I was told. People feel like his chess skill is like intuitive, sort of geometric. But I'm more of an experiential player that improves the things incrementally. I wasn't a naturally great chess player. I mean, it took me 1,000 tournament games and tens of hundreds of hours. What do they say, 10,000 hours to master something? For me, it takes a massive amount of time, but I improve incrementally. Some people are just like natural geniuses, like Anand. I think Anand is a huge genius, although he supposedly has a very, very strong, he has a very, very strong memory as well. But I'm getting off the subject of the chess game again, of course, because I pay too much attention to the random chat questions. Am I better than Magnus in poker? It's like, what's your favorite movie, Is Bobby Fischer better than Magnus Carlsen in chess? Does it matter? I don't think you can compare so easily. Oh, I allowed this. See, this is what happens when I get distracted. That pawn is really problematic. I didn't want to do this. Could Bill beat Magnus in bowling? Good question, Mr. Coffee. Now we're talking. I'm not like emotionally invested in bowling, but Magnus seems like the kind of person that's good at all. He's probably good at all sports, relatively good at all sports. I'd almost wager blindly that Magnus is not bad at bowling. He's got the Mookie Betts sort of David Grigo thing where he's probably good at everything to a degree. So I'm not sure. But I bet Bill has more experience than Magnus at bowling as well. My problem with bowling is that I was self-taught. I think I could beat Magnus, but I'm out of practice, and in the first place, as a self-taught bowler, I think my technique is bad. Damn it. Oh, I have knight d6. This move looks... Yeah, he just didn't even stop to think about what I was doing. Can I beat Magnus with a bowling ball? That's the question here. A5 on the way. Possibly. Damn it. He's such a good defender. This happens every time you play this guy. He's really, really tough in bad positions. I'll probably lose from a winning position, or I was clearly better. Having trouble focusing. I blundered 2 games. I'm only a pawn up. Now that's an interesting question. Yeah, I mean, it was the only move, it turned out. So he just transposed directly into a lost rook ending. You know, you're going to have to move your rook at some point. I mean, some people that I play against here are very good at endgames, though, to be fair, Porcupine. But not the average player, right? Oh no. He played King C7. Oh no. I think you missed something. This is no longer a rook ending. He tried the trick. Wow, it's 1:14 already? Alright guys, we have time for one more game. How was our 4 pawns attack? It's all known. Oh, this is Topalov Kasparov. So bishop, yeah, I didn't know bishop takes f3 was a thing. Yeah, so you're asking if the 4 pawns attack is okay. Like, this variation is decent, look. White has a plus score in these lines, and the engine thinks that white is slightly better. I was out of book after bishop takes f3. But g takes deserves consideration. White has never lost in this line. Yevgeny Goldsman. Oh, I can castle, wow. I have to castle? But how does it work? I have knight b5 trapping your queen. It's an interesting variation, anyway. I would have to really know what I was doing there. Porcupine. Now a subscriber. Now with more marshmallows. Never play 98, Prem. 97 is always preferable. Two guys. Thank you for your support. Sorry, I'm just contemplating what opening to play. I'm not supposed to play weird opening. Stop that. Stop that. Basmania stuff. got an unlimited. Sorry, I can't do unlimited. Peter, I don't have time. I have to go, guys. Thanks for the challenges. We'll be back Sunday with a simul stream. Thanks to Bill for gift subbing, Porcupine. Thanks, Mr. Coffee, as always, for being here. This is a Magnus. Well, I mean, if you do like d6, we do d4 or whatever, take with the queen. That's the Magnus attack. So technically the move order isn't quite right. It's usually like a different order of moves. Oh. I played some weird things with like double fianchetto and knight a3, knight c4, but now my knight's committed to the center. Commingling. No, objectively it's nothing for white. I keep looking at the board and thinking that I hate my position. But we'll make it work somehow. Yeah, but that's played by a different order of moves. I think my knight c3, move 2. Then black plays d6. Prime, right? It would be knight c3, move 2, black plays d6, and then we do like d4, take with the queen. So like it's possible I could transpose maybe if black cooperating. But I guess my move order isn't really accurate if I want to transpose to that Magnus thing. Hey, it's Miro was playing it. Now, I don't know, my position seems sort of stupid, to be honest. Whatever. My question is, what do you not like your position right now? Well, I mean, I just know that it's not advantageous to white. Black has good control of d4. Basically, when you play the closed Sicilian, and you know, you're not going to get control of d4 usually. You need something in exchange for that. But my knight is also kind of awkwardly placed, where it's like blocking my bishop on b2. Now, I don't know about g6. Maybe it's not a bad move. He's obviously inviting knight d5. But that's probably okay, even so. It's not that bad for black. I don't understand, Porcupine. You created a new account? Because I'm sure that you played on my stream before. But we have no games. We didn't play before? Or did you have a different account? Porcupine 2. Honestly, Prem, is there anything that Karsten Hansen hasn't written a book on? He's the most prolific chess kind of self-promoting chess author of all time. He's only like some random FIDE master, but he's written like hundreds of chess books. I think it's like was he the guy who was like Peter Lako's manager or something? Wasn't he the guy? Or am I confusing him with someone else? Seems like a scammer. Anyone who's been like Peter Lako's manager must be a scammer. No, the other thing, I'm very skeptical of people who write books about everything. You know, you're not even an IM, and you're an expert on every opening. That's pretty weird, you know. I mean, we're not talking about like random videos. I mean, you know, entire books. Like, I would be skeptical. Material from a player like that. Chess managers. I'm very skeptical. Like Topalov's manager, remember him? The bottom line is like chess players don't really need managers in the first place. They're not like professional boxers or something. Um, and even professional boxing managers are pretty sketchy. Good old Don. Alright. This bishop g4. This bishop g4 is a problem. But I don't need to play h3. That's true. Could I just play d4? Then you unpin. That is a problem. Danilov. Danilov is the ultimate chess manager. Exactly. At least he was like an IM. Pretty strong IM, I think. Or at least like around 2400. Like he didn't buy his title or something. I'm just really skeptical of people who've written like hundreds of books on everything. It probably means you don't know what the hell you're talking about. You're just, you know, churning out material to make money. There are some exceptions, like Andrew Soltis has written a few good books, but he's also written tons of garbage. So you have the occasional author like that who's capable of writing good stuff, but just churns out the garbage to keep the bills paid, you know. I refuse to write books because I wouldn't write one unless I could put my heart and soul into it. I mean, I've always thought about writing a chess book, but it would be a passionate thing for me. I would never write a bad chess book just to make money. If I put my name on something, I would want to be serious about it. Okay, so d4, f5, that's our problem. If I try to play it, he hits me with f5. So we could just defend the bishop. This is a really exciting move. Rook b1. Last time on Amazon, Mike Baseman book. You did see a Mike Baseman book. That's funny. There's a lot of things you can buy on Amazon, I guess. But it's the same thing with like taking lessons online. I know there's like these sites where you can do like private lessons, and I saw this one site where the top rated chess coaches were just like these random people I'd never heard of. First of all, it's really sad that like sites are like taking, you know, money from the coaches. You know, they take like half the money or something, I don't know. You can make your own content on Amazon. I'm gonna do some chess audiobooks. Amazon reads. Dude, I don't believe in the FIDE trainer title, or FIDE for that matter. I'm very anti-FIDE, at least as it is. Don't get me started. You're really... The FIDE trainer title is like a joke, you know? Like, you're not required... I mean, I have no idea. There's all kinds of, like, incompetent people who are FIDE trainers. It's just a scam so they can make money. Being a FIDE trainer, you have no way of verifying if they're actually a competent trainer or not. I would say it's just... It's like the CM title, you know, just another way for FIDE to make money. They invented new titles. I'm no friend of FIDE, you know, at all. I don't like FIDE. I just don't know what other choice there is. I think, like most organizations, are scams. I hope they send me my check, though. They go to some seminar and they pay their fee and they get the title, you know. It's not like a tournament, like playing title where you really more or less had to earn it, you know. I could be a FIDE trainer if I wanted to go to some seminar, but I'm not going to like pay FIDE for that. That's ridiculous. I'm sure a lot of the FIDE trainers are great, but a lot of them are just like random people who paid some money and attended a seminar. Yeah, but I mean, people drop down. My friend who was 2300 is like 1990 now. I mean, plus the rating system is all messed up. You got Indian players who are like 1200 Porcupine, who are like 2300 strength. The whole rating system is faulty because there's lots of players who are massively underrated. So of course there can be title players who lost a lot of points. One of my IM friends is 1990 now. Okay, he's old, but he's still decent. You know, there's no way he should be under 2200. But if you're really legitimately getting old, it's probably not that easy to stay over like FIDE Master. FIDE Masters can have like high K factor too, if you think about it. FIDE Master can have a 40 K factor, right? I guess not. How does it work again? You gotta have... I guess a FIDE Master can have a 40 K factor, maximum 20. Rating system is another thing that's a disaster. There were lots of people complaining about it at the World Senior. I had some discussions with arbiters and other people about like possible ways to solve the problem of the FIDE rating system. I think having a glyco-based approach where the ratings change based on activity might be a good idea. You have people who haven't played in like 20 years and the rating just stays the same, even though obviously like there's no way they're still as good as they were after they haven't played for like 20 years. It's safe to assume that if you don't play a single game in like 20 years, you're probably not still as good as you were 20 years ago, but your rating stays the same. FIDE Master is a weird title too. So 40K for a player who have less than 30 games. Oh, or under age 18. And under 2300. Yeah. There were lots of people in the World Senior who were like 2000 FIDE Masters. 1800 is pretty low. I agree. There's also the case where some people got like, you know, titles for winning the zonal tournament of Africa or something, you know. I mean, Porcupine playing a tough game here. What's up with this position? Why can't I take that? There's like different zonal tournaments where you can win titles. Even like Canada, how strong is this guy? We've never played before. Did he ever ask about his? Did he ever answer about his rating? How I've never played him before? A couple of years ago. You had an old account. What happened to it? What did I do? Queen h3. I want a new account. Alright. Get me a new account, please. Maybe I'm winning. Probably not. Maybe. Counterattack, attack and counterattack. So what do? C3? C3 PO. You had knight c6 there, maybe. Tainted with bullet. Yeah, I hate bullet. Bullet is bad for your health. Mentally and physically. Yeah, we got lucky with this knight ending. I think you were better too before the queens were traded. And the knight ending should probably be a draw. Even there you had knight c6 at the end. But you don't want to trade queens unless you have to, because I think you're better if you don't trade queens. Yeah, he was clearly better. Wow, even clearly better in this knight ending? What? That's hard to believe. A5? For me. Wow, so it's like a draw where I'm slightly worse according to the engine. And I was clearly worse before the queens left the board. So the game was like perfectly played by both sides till we reached this position where you played f4. That was a nice move. I should have never allowed that. G3 is a big mistake. Assuming I could stop f4. Yeah, and I just shouldn't even take it. It's equal after king g2. What am I supposed to play in this position? If I don't play queen g2, what the heck? Some kind of weird move like queen here or here, queen e2, I guess, threatening queen e5 check. Yeah, I mean, you do have better pawns, you know, so I mean, I don't think that trading queens is all that bad. I can't believe I'm losing here, or worse. What is the problem? I'm threatening knight c8. I just don't get it. What is the move here? Oh, you can play knight d5, maybe. Well, even king e5, that's a tough move to play. To walk in here, you're dropping f7 with penetration. But that's not the best move, apparently. Okay, this evaluation is faulty, I think, 1.6. It's not really better by 1.6 for black. Black's slightly better. Yeah. Yeah, okay, the evaluation isn't really great. Knight d5 is okay. It's a draw, probably, objectively. Yeah, your structure is slightly better. I don't know. I would rather play a6, but... Yeah, exactly. White is slightly worse because of the pawn structure, but I don't believe that black is, like, winning or anything. Yeah, I think you should keep the queens on, of course, if you can. He has attacking chances. Yeah, I should have never taken on f4. I missed this move. I didn't like this square. Here. I was like trying to be better when I wasn't better. Yeah, I misplayed the middle game. I don't know. I should have played d4. That's why I played rook b1 in the first place. You tricked me into not playing d4. Sorry guys, I gotta go. We will be back Sunday. Thanks everybody for watching. I will see you on Sunday simul for 25 players, Mr. Coffee. Thank you, buddy. We'll see you later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Later, guys.